Arnold Schwarzenegger came into this world on July 30th, 1947, the son of a strict police chief who believed strength came from struggle. Arnold and his older brother, Meinhard Schwarzenegger, grew up under his firm rules. There was no screwing around. There were no handouts, no easy days, just rules, hard work, and expectations. Every morning, before he could even think about breakfast, he had to earn it. Sit-ups, push-ups. His father made sure laziness never had a home in that house. And after school? More work. Chores, soccer, more discipline. Rain or shine, their father made Arnold and Meinhard play soccer. If you messed up, you heard about it. Life wasn't about comfort. It was about proving yourself. For years, Arnold ran up and down that soccer field, but something didn't feel right. He didn't want to be one of many. He wanted to stand alone. Then, at 15, fate stepped in. His coach took the team to a gym for weight training. That first session changed everything. The moment Arnold gripped the iron, something clicked. This was it. This was where he belonged. He trained like a man possessed. While other kids his age were out having fun, Arnold was in the gym, lifting, sweating, growing. His body responded like it was built for this. Within 2 years, he was bigger and stronger than guys who had been training for a decade. But Arnold wasn't just chasing muscles. He was chasing something bigger. He studied the legends, Steve Reeves, Reg Park, bodybuilders who had turned themselves into movie stars, icons. That was the blueprint. He didn't just want to be the best in bodybuilding. He wanted it all. The trophies, the fame, the Hollywood lights. And from that moment on, nothing was going to stop him. It wasn't all smooth sailing for Arnold. In 1965, he got called up for mandatory military service in Austria. He was already a solid 200 pounds of muscle, but that didn't matter. He wasn't about to let some army rules stop him from chasing his dream. He got stationed in a tank unit, but there was one thing that couldn't be ignored. He got the invitation to compete in the Junior Mr. Europe contest in Germany. Problem: he couldn't leave the base. But here's the thing about Arnold. You don't stop him when he's on a mission. He wasn't about to let a little thing like military orders hold him back. So he did what any future champion would do. He went AWOL. He climbed over that wall with barely enough money for a train ticket and nothing but the clothes on his back. He even had to borrow posing trunks. But here's the thing. When Arnold stepped onto that stage, it didn't matter what he was wearing or what he didn't have. You could see the fire in his eyes, the belief. And that night, he walked away as Junior Mr. Europe. This was the first competition Arnold won. And he took home first place, and he didn't just show up, he dominated. At just 18 years old, it's incredible, showing just how deep his passion for bodybuilding truly ran. Sure, the army wasn't thrilled. He spent a week in military jail, but none of that mattered. Arnold had just taken his first step towards greatness, and no prison could take that away. Once he was out, Arnold knew what he had to do. He packed up and moved to Munich, where he took a job as a gym instructor. It was the perfect setup. He could train all day, every day, no distractions, just pure focus. He went all in, training twice a day, obsessed with making his body a masterpiece. By 1966, when the Mr. Europe contest came around, people were already talking about the monster from Munich. He didn't just win that show, he crushed it. So much so that the judges covered his expenses to send him to Mr. Universe in London. It was clear now, Arnold wasn't just another bodybuilder. He was a force, and this was only the beginning. Imagine being 19 years old, arriving in a foreign country with barely any grasp of the language, but already turning heads. Oh, wow! That was Arnold Schwarzenegger in 1966 when he landed in England. He didn't speak much English, but his physique spoke for him. At just 19, Arnold had 20-inch arms, unheard of in Europe. Yet, despite the awe he generated, he didn't win the competition. The American competitors were leaner, more polished, and Arnold had to settle for second place. Most people would have been crushed, but not Arnold. That loss ignited something deep within him, a fire that wouldn't be extinguished. Instead of looking for excuses or blaming anyone, he honed in on one thing: winning Mr. Universe the following year. He shut out all the distractions and gave himself no other option but to succeed. On September 23, 1967, Arnold made history at just 20 years old, becoming the youngest Mr. Universe ever. This really shows just how incredible Arnold's genetics were for bodybuilding. But he wasn't done yet. A year later, he came back even bigger and stronger, winning the professional Mr. Universe title. That's when his life truly changed. The phone rang, and on the other end of the line was Joe Weider, the kingmaker of bodybuilding. He had a proposition: come to America, compete in the IFBB Mr. Universe in Miami, and then train at Gold's Gym in California, working for him. In September 1968, Arnold stepped off a plane in the U.S., carrying nothing but a gym bag, $20 in his pocket, and almost no English at all. He settled in Venice Beach, where he started training at Gold's Gym, surrounded by the best bodybuilders in the world. Arnold was hyped, and he was ready to dominate bodybuilding. But his first competition, IFBB Mr. Universe, was a wake-up call. He faced Frank Zane and placed second. He was out of shape, unrefined, and frustrated. 1969 was a year to remember. Arnold didn't just compete, he conquered. First, he won the IFBB Mr. Universe in New York. Then, just a few weeks later, he took the NABA Mr. Universe title in London. But the real story: he qualified for his first Mr. Olympia contest at just 22 years old. He walked onto that stage facing the reigning champion, Sergio Oliva. The odds were stacked against him, but Arnold wasn't fazed. He gave it everything he had, but it wasn't enough. He ended up in second place. Still, that moment told him one thing: he could hang with the best. He wasn't just another contender. He was coming for that top spot. Fast forward to 1970. This was Arnold's year. First, he defended his NABA Mr. Universe title in London. The very next day, he hopped on a plane to Columbus, Ohio, for the AAU Mr. World contest. From Austria, welcome to our stage, please, Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger. And this time, things were different. He didn't just compete. He beat Sergio Oliva, the man who had taken him down the year before. The announcer called out the results. In third place, Dave Draper. The crowd held its breath. In second place, Sergio Oliva. And just like that, Arnold had won. He knew Sergio wouldn't take the loss well. He could feel it in the air. But Arnold had a message for himself. Last year, you beat me, Sergio. But tonight, I got you. And I'll do it again in 2 weeks. And that's exactly what happened. 2 weeks later, Arnold stepped onto the stage at the 1970 Mr. Olympia in New York, ready to take what was his. Arnold pulled a little trick during the pose-off. As they went back and forth, he turned to Sergio and said, "That's enough. They must know by now who the winner is." Sergio told, "You are right," and walked off the stage. This time, there was no question. At just 23 years old, Arnold Schwarzenegger won his first Mr. Olympia title.